Russian dictator Vladimir Putin has broken a promise he made to his North Korean counterpart Kim Jong-un regarding the participation of his troops in the fighting in the Kursk region. Alexander Kovalenko, the head of the Ukrainian Center for Countering Disinformation of the National Security and Defense Council, reported this on Telegram. According to him, it was a big problem for Kim Jong-un that several of his soldiers were captured by the Ukrainian armed forces, as well as the recording of serious losses of North Korean troops. This could cause tension in relations between Moscow and Pyongyang. The Russians were supposed to ensure maximum anonymity for DPRK troops participating in the battles in accordance with the initial agreements, but they did not do this, the Security Council representative wrote. Also, according to Kovalenko, after a couple of months of active combat, North Korean soldiers have not yet learned to counter Ukrainian UAVs and artillery. Because of this, the DPRK's losses in this war are rapidly growing. This is precisely what is behind the retreat from the front of the North Koreans, which was reported by Sky News. They are currently working on their mistakes with Russian commanders and their own officers. The head of the center wrote. He assured that Moscow plans to continue using North Korean troops in this war. According to the commander, the withdrawal of North Korean troops took place about 2 weeks ago. Currently, combat operations in the area are conducted exclusively by Russian units. Radio intercepts obtained by the Ukrainian military indicate that the North Koreans may return soon. The Ukrainian military speculates that they are either treating the wounded, reassessing their tactics, or awaiting reinforcements. However, the source notes that North Korean troops are having significant difficulty adapting to modern warfare, especially the use of drones and other technologies. Many of them die by suicide to avoid capture. They are prepared for the realities of a war in the 1980s at best, a Ukrainian military officer told CNN. North Korean military losses remain colossal. According to Kiev and the Western intelligence, more than 4,000 North Koreans have been killed or wounded since their involvement in the war began. British intelligence confirms these figures. Among the peculiarities of the North Korean soldiers' tactics, Ukrainian military personnel note the minimal equipment and water supply, as well as an outdated approach to conducting combat operations. As a Ukrainian commander with the call sign Amur said, the Koreans are counting on capturing enemy positions in order to use their supplies for survival.
Colombia received the first flight of deportees from the U.S. on Tuesday after a standoff with the U.S. over the weekend. According to Associated Press, the White House claimed victory in the showdown with Colombia over accepting flights of deported migrants on Sunday, hours after President Donald Trump threatened steep tariffs on imports and other sanctions on the longtime U.S. partner. The Colombian Air Force plane transporting the migrants arrived in Bogotá on Tuesday. Long close partners in anti-narcotics efforts, the US and Colombia imposed tariffs on each other's goods in a show of what other countries could face if they intervene in the Trump administration's crackdown on illegal immigration. The White House held up the episode as a warning to other nations who might seek to impede plans. Colombia is the US's fourth largest overseas supplier of crude oil, shipping about 209,000 barrels of oil per day last year, although booming domestic production has reduced the U.S. dependence on foreign oil. The South American country is also the U.S.'s largest supplier of fresh-cut flowers. Thousands protested on Tuesday in front of the ruling Serbian Progressive Party offices in Novi Sad after an attack on a female student in the city earlier in the day by assailants allegedly from the ruling Serbian Progressive Party. Serbia's populist Prime Minister Milos Vučević resigned Tuesday in an attempt to calm political tensions and pressure roiled by weeks of massive anti-corruption protests over the deadly collapse of a concrete canopy at a railway station. The collapse, which killed 15 people, has become a flashpoint for broader dissatisfaction with Serbia's authoritarian rule, reflecting growing public demands for transparency. Vučević said the immediate cause for his quitting was an attack on the female student in Novi Sad. Vučević's resignation could lead to an early parliamentary election. Pro-government media said President Aleksandar Vučić will attend a cabinet session on Tuesday evening to decide whether a new prime minister-designate will be appointed or an early election called. The resignation must be confirmed by Serbia's parliament, which has 30 days to choose a new government or call a snap election. Opposition parties have said they would insist on a transitional government that would create conditions for a free and fair election. Vučić's populists have faced accusations of irregularities during past elections. Vučević became the prime minister in April 2024, after the Serbian Progressive Party won most votes in an election marred by tensions.